We still don't really know what the future of Star Trek is going to look like, but I was positing some ideas back in my early days of talking on TikTok, and I want to revisit one of my favorite ones. Hi, I'm Jordan the Nerd of Gold, and if you go to my collections over on my profile in TikTok, you will see that I did a series of like different nerdy things, and one of them was on what I think Star Trek could do, like different types of shows. And one of my favorite ideas in there, just from like, if I were in Hollywood, this is how I would approach the production of making this show idea, was the idea that we go to a new area largely unexplored by the Federation, either in a new galaxy or maybe it's somewhere in the Delta Quadrant that we just don't know a lot about because Voyager never really got to that part of the Delta Quadrant in trying to get home. It's just like a brand new area for the Federation to explore. So we have two ships that are part of a fleet that are exploring this area, and we're focusing on these two ships. They are the same class of ship. They are run by two different captains, but because of the way that you can change things on board, they have different configurations of what their bridge looks like. So like the pilot is over on this side on this ship and the pilot is over on the left side on this ship. Little things like that, so that way you can just basically move the set around because it's modular on that front, and you get two different looks for basically the same starship on that front, because the captain likes the bridge to look this way and the other captain likes it to look that way, kind of deal. So it makes it really easy to use the same set for two different shows on that front, or you can use it as the same show and make twice as many episodes. But I know Paramount's not going to make more than like 12 episodes of any given season because they want to avoid union rules for streaming. That's why so many streaming shows are short, because they are trying to avoid paying the people who work on their shows for streaming stuff. That's why you see that. But either way, I do wish that Star Trek would focus on that. We get two different crews to invest in if it's two different shows, or if it's one show and we just get to go back and forth on different adventures, we get to see like people develop in different ways and react to the same situation in different ways because we have two different crews to work with on that front. And I just think there's really something interesting about this idea of two ships working closely together, but also having very different crews on that front. There's a rivalry, there's a respect there, but they also are just like different sets of people, so you get to explore things, and you also give each team time to breathe between episodes as a result. I just think that would be a really fun idea if you had like these twin ships working very closely together, and you got to see the different kinds of missions that they go on, the different kinds of reactions you get. And again, because it's basically the same bridge set and it's just modular because of the captain's desires on that front, you save a lot on production money on that front, especially if you have them visiting similar planets but like different needs and stuff. There's all kinds of stuff you can do with it. I just really hope that something like that happens.